What's up, CHFFL? I'm off-site today, not in my apartment, but I'm still here to bring you a preview for Week 5. Things are looking dicey, maybe even dicier than last week as far as games being played, but we're going to sort it all out here. Wrapping up Week 4, it was one of my worst prediction weeks on record. I went 1-5. I did not know how to handle the Chiefs game being postponed. I said that I was saying no, I wouldn't trust any of those players to go. Everybody pretty much did trust those players to go, and they were right to do so, and it really messed me up. The team of the week was Swan after a disappointing start. Joe Mixon came on very strong for him, and he was able to put up 160. Game of the week, Wes beat my Coruscant Younglings as Austin Eckler was injured early in his game. Julio left again with the injury, and George Kittle, clearly back from his injury, putting up almost 40 points. Waivers were very quiet this week. The only big name was Justin Jackson. Parker bid $36 on him, and a few other people bid high as well. Notably, I did not put in a bid. I just don't, besides not having a roster spot for another handcuff for Eckler. Eckler's out 4 to 6 weeks, and Kelly's the guy ahead of Jackson. I just don't see it. Maybe he'll take over. Maybe he gets his shot now, but I just don't see it panning out long term. Swan picked up James White for a little depth for $11, but unfortunately the Patriots game and the Broncos has already been postponed. They're being treated as a bye week this week. Buffalo, Tennessee was already pushed back to Tuesday like the Chiefs last week, but Tennessee had a staff member test positive this morning. I continue to not understand any of the policies with the Kung Flu in the NFL. I would say just the players have a chance to opt out. We know a lot about the virus. Let them make a choice for themselves, but otherwise play the game. I would say let fans into the stadium at full capacity. If they don't want to go, they don't have to, but I'm apparently way on the outside with those opinions. So I'm operating as if Buffalo, Tennessee, you can't trust those players like I did last week. And maybe they'll go again, and maybe I'll really regret not starting Josh Allen. But in a galaxy far away, we start with Kareem by the Sith versus my Coruscant Younglings. And like I said, we're banged up by injuries, and now possible Kung Flu postponements. We're going to put Joe Burrow in at quarterback and see if he can keep the ship up with Allen taking a break. For Minnie, he's got Kareem Hunt, his namesake, should have a great game with Nick Chubb injured. He's the lead guy now. I'm taking Minnie because he has more of his roster intact, but I do think we'll keep it close. Moving on, we have the Tuscan City Raiders versus Wookie of the Year. David Montgomery got JD 20 points on Thursday. Marty has a lot of people facing potential postponement. Melvin Gordon obviously already is postponed. Singletary and Diggs could miss, and I don't know if he's going to trust them to play or not. I'm taking JD because of those early points and no questions about games being missed. Next, we have the Kittle running under 12 parsecs versus the Mandalorian Mercenaries. First of all, welcome, Jason, in the co-owner position for the Mercenaries. We're happy to have you. Very happy that the co-owner route has been able to let a few more people be involved with the league. They got 16 points from Ronald Jones on Thursday, which is nice. But with Damian Harris and the Patriots postponed, I don't see who they're going to plug in at running back. You have Aaron Jones is on a bye along with Devontae Adams. And unfortunately, Wes is just really hot right now and not affected by these schedule changes. So I'm taking Wes to give Jason a loss in his first game as co-owner. Moving over to the Football Flicks Conference, we have Coach Boone's 5th grade Sissy versus Show Me the Money. Max and Betts continue their quarterback rotation and are trying Herbert at quarterback. They got 15 points from Evans on Thursday. Parker rolling with Jackson in the running back slot after grabbing him off of free agency. And I don't know who Parker is going to play with a second running back with all this news of the Titans this morning, because Derrick Henry's Tuesday game's in question. I trust him to make a good decision, though. Parker seems to have good instincts with these things, and his pass catchers are just too good for me to go with Max. I'm picking Parker. Next, the SCLSU Mud Dogs versus Zero Fun Sir. Jimmy Graham put up 12 points, and Allen Robinson put up 19. Those are both within expectation. Mark, facing some quarterback problems, is looking to Danny Dimes. Cam Newton still out for the positive test. And looking at the two teams, Grant has way more boom potential right now, especially with Dalvin Cook and CEH in his running back slot. So I have to take Grant, assuming that somebody can go off for a big game there. Finally, the game of the week is Cliff Franklin's Sticky Hands versus the Icebox Little Giants. We have two 1-3 teams, and I know the game of the week is normally for guys at the top of the standings, but I'm most interested in this game. I think it's going to be very close. Swan is coming off of that team of the week performance. We're maybe going to see if he's a legit contender. Stan, hopefully getting Thomas back, but he doesn't play till Monday night, so that's going to be a storyline to watch. I'm picking Swan. Right now, he just seems to have a higher floor, more consistent guys starting. But I could see this going either way, and one of these teams putting themselves back in the conversation. So thanks for being here. Hopefully everyone survives, and we're able to figure out the NFL schedule moving forward beyond week 5. See ya.